On the right here, we've got my smallest bike, LC40 Elite Mini Moto. It's got around 14 brake horsepower and I came second in the Fab Racing Championship. I began riding this bike when I was 8 and it was the same spec bike but just without the radiator. So it was an air-cooled 10mm Mini Moto. I'd never really ridden anything like that, so when I started I actually had a sort of motocross style. I was pushing the bike down and leaning it the wrong way. But I began riding that when I was 8 and moved up through the stages. When I was 9, I rode the 14mm, which is increasing the size of the engine, the exhaust restrictor, which made the bikes faster. And then after that, when I was 10, I rode a LC40 Elite, which is the same bike we've got here. And then I moved on to the Metrokit 50, which is the same bike, just a slightly different engine. On the far left here, we've got my latest bike, a Honda Moto 3 bike and British Talent Cup spec. So this is a Honda British Talent Cup Moto 3 spec. It's definitely based off of a Moto 3 bike that you'll see in the Grand Prix paddock. These bikes will do 140 miles an hour if geared correctly at a track like Silverstone. They handle absolutely brilliantly. This bike comes with, well, we had to fit this ourselves, a 2D data kit, rain light, all the potentiometers, which you can see on the shock, Dunlop slick tyres, which are the same tyres that are used on the Moto 3 bikes in Grand Prix, Oakley steering damper, and just our own suspension setup. I've been racing this year, and I've just learned how to ride a 4-stroke because I've never ridden a 4-stroke around large tracks. So it's been definitely a learning season for me, and I've learned a lot going into next season. The 2-stroke, you have to keep it in the higher RPM range, and on the 4-stroke you have to be a bit careful on the downshift so you don't possibly crack the heads on them. They're also a lot smoother power delivery than the 2-strokes, which you have to keep in the power band constantly. They also have less engine braking, so into the corner entry they don't move as much, and also around the corners the power's a lot more consistent. 4-strokes are also larger and a lot faster, roughly nearly double the speed of the Metrokit, so definitely a big learning change. In the middle, we've got my Metrokit 70. I raced this last season in the Fab Racing Championship and got the lap record at Lydden Hill, just up the road in Kent. Now at the moment, it's got a Metrokit 80 engine in that's been big board, so I can use it as a practice bike. 6-speed 2-stroke, it hasn't got a power valve, so you have to keep it in the power band constantly. Hydraulic clutch, hydraulic brakes, slick tyres. Top speed we hit at Lydden Hill was 85 miles an hour at the faster tracks, and roughly at the kart tracks probably 70 to 60 miles an hour. But at a car track that's definitely really fast considering the tracks are no bigger than the size of the building we've got here.